And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad!
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Dump Punt Hour. NFL playoffs on. Pick 6. Houston Texans. They just ran another one back. It's looking ugly for the Pittsburgh Steelers as they only got 6 points. And what is the score now?
My goodness. They just scored a touchdown.
I think my Google's behind. Unless there's a flag on that. No, it's just behind. 30-6. Texans leading it right now. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. But before we do that, good morning, Pierson-El. How's it going on a Monday, January 12th?
Not too bad. Hopefully, this weather sticks around for the rest of winter.
I looked ahead. It's not. Just to be the bearer of bad news, it's going to suck real soon here. So everyone, get your winter jackets, get them out. Can't wear shorts anymore. It's been beautiful, but I mean, it'll be nicer than what the Steelers are going through right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is tough. This is really tough.
Does Tomlin get fired after this? If Harbaugh is fired?
I think so. What would you do if you are owner of the Steelers?
I'm keeping Tomlin. Your rivals just got rid of somebody who's been, a thorn in your side. Somebody's new coming in there and everything like that. Let's see how this plays out for a year. He won the division. He got you to the playoffs. Like, I understand. You need to invest better probably in your offensive line and the run game. So
it's tough, right? Like, they just whiffed that PAT. They did. My Lord. That was low. So 30-6, they missed the PAT. The Houston Texans do. I think Tomlin, if Tomlin's gone, Rodgers, this is his last game as a Steeler and possibly forever. I mean, we'll answer the first question first. If Tomlin's gone, they get rid of Rodgers too, right?
I don't know. I don't, and I say that because of you're gonna have some picks. There are some players that you can necessarily go after, or look at what Jordan Love, it's kind of been since Aaron Rodgers, was there and there. He was under him for 3 years, so at least give at least one more year won't hurt. Give yourself whatever rookie that you're gonna draft, or somebody that you're bringing in to get situated and everything like that. One year under Aaron Rodgers will not hurt. I mean, we've seen how Patrick Mahomes turned out with sitting the bench for a year. We've seen how Jordan Love has turned out with sitting the bench for a few years. So it does you no harm to get rid of him.
Okay. Do you think he comes back though, since it is just a 1-year deal?
Now that we'll see. Not too sure on that one. He's finicky about a lot of stuff, so he might trap himself, in another room and, see where he goes. If
another ayahuasca journey.
If Tomlin is gone, I think it might be a little bit harder for Rodgers to come back, but I think he'll still be wanting to be back from there.
I don't know. I mean, this is such a tough way to go out if this is the last game.
Your defense was throughout the year. I don't think Rodgers was at all the problem. What he was in with the Jets, he was nowhere near close to this. Your defense honestly didn't step up to what they needed to be for the rest of the year. You really didn't have a run game. And, your offensive line was, hit or miss. So, he still got you to 10-7.
Yep. And won you the division.
So, again, he's been your most consistent quarterback play since probably Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
it's been a train wreck.
I would pump the brakes on getting rid of him at least for another year until you get somebody else that you identify that you might want to take over, and move on with that. Because Mason Rudolph is not the answer.
No.
They're going to draft a quarterback.
Before, like you go draft a guy, or you really put some trust in like a Malik Willis or back up somewhere else. But Rodgers, if he's willing, again, that's the part where we'll see where he ends up after this game. And no, finicky, you used the word. It'll be a while before he decides, I feel like.
If Tomlin is gone.
Yes, if Tomlin is gone. If Tomlin's there, I think he'll know sooner than later.
For sure.
And I won't be surprised if he runs it back because I don't think anyone likes to go out this way. And that defense this game's really surprising how bad they're playing. But he is also going against the number one defense right now.
The defense isn't necessarily stopping anything, and their offensive line cannot protect them.
No.
And the things that have been crippling them the whole season is showing up in big red flags.
Which has been surprising for the Steelers because that's usually just well known that they're always good there.
You really don't have a number 2 wide receiver. Your run game has been inconsistent. Warren isn't necessarily RB1. Gainwell, I mean, they're both the same type of back. They're a 1-2 punch, but they are the 2. They're not the 1.
It's a 2 punch.
they're not the number 1 punch. So I think they're going to go after a running back and definitely a quarterback. This now, which one is more valuable depending on who's available and everything like that, we will see. Because I think it's a few organizations that probably should go after a quarterback, and I feel like it's a few organizations that shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't really disagree with any of that, which is surprising. I thought we might, but no, I think you're spot on there. We'll see what happens. I mean, a lot of it's going to fall on Tomlin and Rodgers. Both those pendulums, which way are they swinging? That's going to decide a lot for not only the future of the Steelers, but obviously the future of those two right there. But because John Harbaugh's gone, because your biggest rival head coach who was there for 18 seasons is no longer there, I'd hold on to Mike Tomlin. He's not a bad coach. He just isn't. I mean, this team, maybe it's disappointing that this team only went 10-7 and possibly 10-8 if they most likely going to lose this one. But he had the worst of Steelers teams still winning 9 games. Really bad team.
10 games.
Zero offense. Yeah, even better. 10 games. Like, I'm going to hold on to that guy because he's got something figured out. And if we can get the right team together, even Ben Roethlisberger, he's a good quarterback. He had great moments, but he was, him and Mike Tomlin made that run together because I don't know how many people would go back in time and take Ben Roethlisberger as like the best overall quarterback from that era or the second or the third. Like he'd be a little bit, but with Mike Tomlin, it worked out in a really great way. But yeah, we're looking at under 2 minutes ago, 30-6. Steelers have like no shot. So Texans will be moving on in the playoffs. And we already had our first round. First round was awesome outside of maybe 1 game or 2 games. No, it was really just 1.
This one.
Yeah, this one right here. Like, I know some people were upset by the Chargers, but if you like defense, that was fun.
I mean, it was a chess match. So, I mean, of course, and I've had people that said, oh, the game was boring, this and this and this and that. And I'm like, honestly, if you really understand football and look at it and whatnot, I mean, the Chargers went to, a cold spot and they underperformed. They had the game. They could have kept themselves in it and whatnot. A lot of drop passes, a lot of not making plays and everything like that. They didn't show up and play it. And that's how, I mean, their defense wasn't, I wouldn't say terrible. They were keeping them in it, but I mean, their offense was off the field so much you put your defense in a bad position.
Oh, well said. And just a quick note, if you guys see me flip my camera off, I got a little bit of a cold. Nobody needs to see me blowing my nose. I'm doing that for you guys. The connection is still secure. But yeah, I mean, this has been awesome for the playoffs. This game right here that we just talked about, but then also that Patriots-Chargers game. I like the defense. I got to ask you about the Chargers, though. What do they need to do? That offensive line is horrendous.
Well, I mean, you had 2 all-pros out.
Yep.
The staple, your bread and butter that makes you were out. So get those guys back healthy, reassure up stuff. I mean, I think they're fine. We'll see what they do with Khalil Mack and everything like that. But I mean, you're right. You're right there. I mean, you made the playoffs with both your starting tackles out for the season. Like that's not easy to do. And majority, your first round running back wasn't really there at all either.
Nope.
So I mean, I don't think they're far out, especially in their divisions. What they finished 3rd in their division, maybe.
Yep.
I mean, in both, but the number 1 seed in your division is in your division. The number 1 seed of the AFC is in your division.
Well, actually, I think they finished 2nd, didn't they? Let me check.
Oh, second, yeah.
Yeah, they finished 2nd because the Chiefs were out. And,
yeah. So
that's your rating. They weren't in there.
You're right there. You just had to throw that shot in there. You just had to throw that shot in there. So I mean, but you finished 2nd. So I mean, you're competing. This is 2 seasons in a row. 10 wins and everything like that. You just have to build. I mean, they got injured. I mean, which happens, but I mean, you got there with backups on as your starters on the offensive line, and was still dominating.
Yeah, and that's fair to point out. I mean, that's brutal. Both your starting tackles are out. I mean, that's why a lot of people were clowning on him, but those weren't the starters, at least at those tackle positions. How much blame do you put on Herbert, if any?
I mean, what do you expect him to do?
Okay, so none.
What blame is on him, regardless of him being hit and everything like that. He still got up. He still made throws. He still put the team in best situations to win and everything like that. Sometimes people just didn't show up. So I'm not mad at Herbert from what he has and everything like that. I mean, he's done pretty well. So I mean, they have some decisions to make on the defensive side, and they have some decisions to make on the offensive side. Because Keelan Allen was on a 1-year deal. Are you bringing him back, or are you riding off with who's the kid out of Georgia? I can't think of his name. McConkey.
McConkey.
Are you riding off with McConkey and Johnson? And you found a gem with your 3rd-round receiver or a 2nd-round receiver out of Ole Miss who was a rookie this year. So I mean, do you turn a new page and let the young guns kind of spin it, or do you kind of bring Keenan back, who was a security blanket? Honestly, you found your tight end. Your offensive line has to be healthy and your running back has to be healthy. Both your starting running backs, your 1 and 2, were injured. You signed Najee. Najee tore his Achilles. You didn't even really see what he can do. And then, Hampton was out for more games than he played in. So you still got the 10 wins.
Yeah, and I think that's where Jim Harbaugh, I'm definitely not out on him. And for Herbert, maybe you could say you should have threw the ball away more. Like, hey, your offensive line is going to struggle even more than you realize in this game, but there was not a lot of life for him to do much of anything. I mean, if they were going to win, that was an impossible task for Herbert to try to execute under that kind of duress all game long. So I'm not panicking on the Chargers, but that's got to be a frustrated fan base to have the injuries go down the way they did. I will say, though, they're a team that they'll reload. They'll be back next year. Like, I'm not super worried about them. There's a lot more teams I'm more worried about. Like, now even the Ravens. I love Lamar Jackson's game. I mean, you got rid of a really great head coach, and how does the team react to a new guy's voice? Maybe they all buy in. If they don't, like, who knows what that looks like? And that relationship between John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson was
the offensive side wasn't the issue. Maybe not running Derrick Henry as much, but it was the defense. The defense necessarily wasn't where it was, and when Kyle Hamilton wasn't out there, it was a liability. You have a lot of good playmakers. I mean, you're just 2 years away from where is it 2 years or maybe a year away from where you were the number 1 seed or number 2 seed? No, number 1 seed, because Kansas City came to your house and beat you. So yeah, you're 2 years removed, and that's pretty much the same defense. The only thing that's different is that defensive coordinator is now the head coach of Seattle. So I mean, you have the assets and the players there and everything like that. I guess you just need something different, a different voice on the defensive side to bring things out. I mean, things ended, I guess 1 too many ways the same way, and just not more profit in the bank.
Yeah, they're
I think getting rid of Harbaugh will hurt Baltimore more than they're going to see uglier days before they see brighter days. Now, I could be wrong depending on what coach you bring in there, but I think their next head coach will be a defensive-minded coach. Whether that's Saleh, if that's the Vikings DC, but I mean, I think those that they want the emphasis of a defense first physical. And I mean, I think those two guys are proven to bring that. Even when Saleh was the head coach of the Jets, their defense was operating right. It was just the offense.
That's why Rodgers went there. I mean, he had that defense clicking to a point to where a lot of people thought, like, the Jets are the best defense in the league. If they just get an offense, they're off and rolling. In comes Rodgers. Obviously, we know the injury right away that derailed everything. And by the time
that first season,
it's second year. It's not even close to the same. But, I mean, he did have that defense rolling. I can see that fit, but it's just going to be a big thing to gap. I mean, you had Lamar Jackson in his prime is the thing that worries me. Derrick Henry's only got a few more limelight years.
You saying in his prime like he's leaving. I mean, he wasn't – I think he still has 2 to 3 more years. I mean, he's shown for 2 years straight he doesn't have to run the ball to be successful.
So that's what I mean. You got Lamar Jackson in his prime right now. And like, it's now the right time to get a new coach when he clearly has a good operation with John Harbaugh as it is. And you can still ball with him for years. I don't know when his time limit is, but right now he's still playing some of his best football, and you expect that to continue for a while. So that's what I mean by, tough time to make a head coaching change when you got a guy playing as good as Lamar Jackson and you're going to get quite a few more years. Like, you don't want you don't want to get worse before it gets better right in the middle of this guy's run, who's going to be in MVP conversations for the next years as long as he's healthy.
I mean, that is for sure. One thing I do know, they do have a lot of good offensive-minded coaches available. Hypothetically, let's just say you bring in Saleh. There's another head coach that was down in Miami who was an offensive coordinator that works with Saleh. You get that type of, game planning with Mike McDaniels with Saleh in Baltimore. That could be deadly.
And I think the guys could buy around that.
That could be deadly. You got, two former head coaches, two guys that have already, worked with each other and everything like that. That could just be the luck of the draw, because who would have said that Miami was moving on from their coach this late? They came out and said that they're supportive of him, but you could have just gotten lucky. So I mean, that could be very interesting. Dayball is out there. Dayball is a heck of. We've seen what he did with Josh Allen. We've seen what he did with Danny Dimes. You got Cliff Kingsbury. You just 30 miles down the road. That was in DC. That's it's a little bit of a change, but it's still the same area. Cliff Kingsbury, he can be a hell of an offensive coordinator, for Lamar, and you give him Derrick Henry and whatnot. I mean, so they have some options on the offensive side to bring in guys. I mean, Monken wasn't terrible. He got an MVP. I think his first season with Lamar.
Yep.
So. There are definitely some options out there.
Yeah, they're at least in a spot. Maybe that's why they made the move to fire John Harbaugh. This is the middle of a bigger coaching carousel that we've seen in a while. We didn't even mention McCarthy. I don't think he's a good fit there, but just another name to put on the list. Like, there's a ton of options for them to go on, and maybe that's why they made the impulsive decision to go ahead and let John Harbaugh go. But the Steelers might find themselves in the same situation, looking at the carousel, looking at Mike Tomlin, and thinking maybe we can find something better there. We'll see what works out for all of them. But with that being said, we do have the NFL playoff picture, second round, all set. We got the divisionals. It is the number 1 Broncos. Obviously, they had to bye versus the number 6 Bills, the number 2 Patriots versus the number 5 Texans in the AFC. And then the NFC, number 1 Seahawks versus the number 6 49ers. And then the number 2 Bears get to host the number 5 Los Angeles Rams.
Good luck.
Don't need it. Not from you, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, but wish me good luck all year, DeMornay Pierce.
All right.
With that being said, though, just looking at that playoff picture right there, what is the biggest surprise? Because I'm not even saying this. I don't think it's the Bears. The Packers were really, really hurt.
The biggest surprise, including the first round wins.
Yeah, just that entire playoffs right now. Yeah.
Playing how they played, I don't know how far you're gonna go. Josh Allen can't keep running and doing. He can't play. He can't wear Superman. You're going against elite defenses. Sooner or later, they have concussion protocols for a reason. I'm not wishing anything on him or anything like that, but the defenses left in the AFC are going to tee off and going to be able to come after you violently. So he's their best weapon running. He's probably 1B running because Cook is dangerous too. But he better watch out.
I'm with you there, and I want to talk about some of these defenses because there's one defense out there who we just got to see a little bit. Good luck. Anybody who's next on that list, don't go anywhere. We'll talk some more NFL playoffs, and then I do want to get into some more college football, Husker football in particular, for obvious reasons. Right here, Don't Punt Hour with DeMornay Pierson-El, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll talk to you in a bit.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, to brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new Delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in segment number 2. Lively out here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Seeing a lot of people walk by in crowds, enjoying the last little bit of warm weather before winter does officially hit. Even though it's January 12th, it's been keeping a little bit distant, which I'm not complaining. Mother Nature can do what she pleases. But like I said, nice to see all the classes are back too. So you can imagine downtown Lincoln becoming a little bit more lively. But let's continue on with our NFL conversations. Good morning, Pierson-El. How big of a threat are the Texans to kicking the Bills out once again when there's no Mahomes this year? There's no Chiefs you have to get through. Just the Texans as of now.
They're not playing the Bills next.
I got that wrong.
I thought the Bills.
Yeah. No, Patriots are 2 seed. You're right. I was thinking the Bills were 6.
Six. The Bills are the lowest seed, so they're going to Denver.
Okay. Well, we'll start there. Let's just do the AFC first real quick then, because I do want to talk about the Texans.
Okay.
Bills, Broncos. What do you see in this one?
This game has the Broncos offense makes me nervous. They've been playing inconsistent, and then they kind of been on the same type of Chicago type of time where late in the game they kind of get their act together and go. I've said this before. This team reminds me of Sean Payton when he was with the Saints, and they had that like 4 or 5 year run where they were like, one game from going to the Super Bowl, or one game from going to the, the NFC title game. And they lost it by, a total of 1 play or 2 plays a game or something like that. Something happens and it just, goes down their leg. I think their defense is strong enough and good enough to create, at least 12 points. Because Josh Allen he's good for a turnover. Yeah, he's going to be good for a turnover. And I think with that defensive line, somebody's going to get to him and hit the ball out of his hand, scoop and score type situation. So I think they're good for 2 scores, and that can definitely bail out the defense. Bail out the offense. It's just the offense and them being inconsistent is the only thing that scares me with Denver losing. But you going to Denver, playing at that altitude, that's an advantage to Denver. That Denver defense, that's an advantage to them. Josh Allen, like I said, if he makes it a him type of game where he have to run the ball, he possibly can get taken out of the game. And if that happens, the Bills are done.
Yeah, give it to James Cook if you need to get the yards on the ground. He makes me a little bit nervous, especially with this defense. Like, this defense will absolutely punish you, and that's the goal. Nothing dirty, nothing illegal, but something that you're going to feel. And they're good enough to deliver, similar to the Texans. Like, you're looking at 2 of the best defenses right there, the Texans and the Broncos. And if the Bills, say they win this one, but Josh Allen takes a few hits, and the Patriots defense is no joke either.
Yeah, I must say you're either one who wins the other side. Like, you're playing the top 3 or 4 defenses back to back. The Texans are up there, the Patriots are up there, and the Broncos are up there. Either way, you're gonna have to go through 2 out of the 3.
And you don't want Allen to be getting lit up.
And then on the other side of it, you got 2 really, really strong defenses coming out, on the NFC side, which it's either Seattle or the Rams, who I think is going to represent the NFC. So you got 3 really strong defenses that you're going to have to face back to back to back. Josh Allen, how much can your body take?
That part. And that, I mean, this is going to be a gauntlet. And I know we just talked about how there's no Ravens, there's no Mahomes. These are really good defensive teams. I mean, this is the defensive playoffs if I've ever seen one.
And you just went against a good defense. I mean, I don't think the Jaguars played as good as they could, but I mean, they were still winning, and it just, for whatever reason, it was what it was. Josh Allen, put the superhero cape on and got it done late. I'm not too sure, that can continue to happen for these next 2 games on the AFC side. No. That either safety that Troy Polamalu's little brother or nephew. I mean, he is a heat-seeking missile. If he gets the chance, he is going to crush him. Algier, who's put out quarterbacks, if he gets a chance, he's going to crush you. So I mean, with that, whatever way you look at it, I mean, the defenses are only going to get harder the further you go.
If you just had to pick right now in the AFC, who's making it to the Super Bowl? I kind of want to say Texans.
Nah.
Even before this game.
No.
Okay.
I honestly, it's for me. I say it's depending on how the Broncos offense. I just want to see how their offense shows up, but I think it's either the Broncos or the Patriots. Drake May, how he did and handled things and whatnot, and the coaches around him that have been in that moment, that have been there, and the players, they have veteran players on that team. Just think on the offensive side, from offensive line to receiver, who have been in those moments. So on the defensive side, you have Super Bowl winning caliber players on that side. I mean, Carlton has won a Super Bowl. He's a veteran guy. You got a young, you got your defensive line. I think 2 of those guys have went into the playoffs really, really deep. Melton, he's won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. So you have a lot of guys that have been there. That pays off late. Same thing with the Broncos. Not to say that Josh Allen doesn't have that, but I think the Patriots and the Broncos have more supporting cast that takes the load off of one guy when Josh Allen honestly is the load.
Yeah, I'm just trusting. It's kind of crazy. You get Bo Nix, Drake May, Josh Allen. Obviously, he's a veteran in there, and then C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud is the quarterback. It's like Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud are the 2 I trust the most right now. Any of those,
Josh Allen and C.J. and Stroud are the most you trust right now?
With Drake May and Bo Nix, we'll see it in a playoff situation.
I would throw Drake May.
He looked awesome round 1, but what's he look like versus the number 1 defense and the number 2 scoring defense? If he comes out there and kills it, then the Patriots are my favorite to just win the entire Super Bowl. If he slays the dragon that is the Texans and has no problem, then I'm saying, hold on, everyone get ready in that division. The Patriots are about to run your what for a while. If he just walks through that Texans team,
I don't think it's going to be a walk. I think that's going to be a heavyweight match.
Yeah, I'm just going with the defense more than the younger quarterbacks. Not that Drake May has.
I mean, they're both in year 2.
I guess. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm not.
Drake May was a rookie.
Even with Bo Nix, it's 50% him and 50% Sean Payton. Because Sean Payton, you've been here before. You got to get them going and everything like that. I mean, Bo Nix is a gunslinger. You got to get him going early and often, settle him in and everything like that, and get him in the rhythm. For whatever reason, sometimes they don't get him in a rhythm, and I think that's a part of their issue. That the running back, has been fine and dandy, and I don't know if it's just because their offense is just so bland, just with how the short throws that Sean Payton calls, and even if that's the case, then I'm going 60-40, and the 60% is Sean Payton's fault. because it's not Drew Brees. The guy can throw the ball down the field. You have guys that can take the top off. You have guys that can catch it over the middle with the tight end. You got the screen game going on and everything like that, and you can really, run down here. You got at least 2 offensive linemen that made first team All Pro. Run the ball.
You said they got Drew Brees?
No, but I'm saying like how he's calling.
Oh, yes.
His play calling is how it was like the last few seasons with Drew Brees with not pushing it down the field, and that was more so because of Drew Brees' shoulder, not because of other things. Like you got a guy that can push it down the field, let it rip.
Well said. All right, quickly NFC, and then we'll get into some Husker football stuff. Anybody that you feel like should be a favorite, or is it just a total crapshoot?
It's between the Rams and the Seahawks, and the only thing what Sam Darnold is going to show up. Sam Darnold has looked fabulous. The only kryptonite that has been out there, honestly, was the Rams.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he sees them late, then he's going to be different. But their offensive coordinator knows him. That defense again is a top 5 defense as well. They're really, really scary, and you have to go to Seattle and play. That's not easy to do. So no. he doesn't have to do anything outrageous. Just play consistent, protect the ball, and let your defense kind of do some stuff. You take your shots when you have them and whatnot. But I think it's between the Rams and the Seahawks.
No, I'm not. I'm in the same spot. I mean, if I take my bias out, I'm in the same spot. Otherwise, I'd like to believe it's destiny season for the Bears, but Seahawks they've kind of been the team I've been eyeing down the entire time. As if we'll see how they look coming out of that bye number 1 seed. I think it's huge they avoided the Rams, but it's still got some tough competition as well. I'm with you. Give me the Seahawks. Probably if they make it, probably the runner up. I kind of like whoever comes out of the AFC in this year's run, just because I think defense is going to be the thing that wins it this year. A little bit reminiscent of when that Buccaneers defense just throttled the Chiefs, where it's like, I don't care how good your offense is, nobody's beating this defense. I feel like someone out of the AFC is going to do that this year.
Well, I think there are 3 defenses that are like potentially 4, but three and a possible.
Broncos, Patriots, Texans, and who's the 4th one?
Broncos for sure has that defense. Texans for sure has that defense. Seattle for sure has that defense. The possible is the Rams.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
From a defensive standpoint.
I get you. Yeah, we'll see. This is fun though. I'm enjoying these playoffs a lot. It's just nice to have new fresh storylines in here. And regardless, even if it's not the Bears, I'm gonna enjoy the living hell out of watching these playoffs. All right, some Husker football news. We got Daniel Kalen back, and we already talked about Cole Andrea. You got TJ Lateef and I'm not even trying to do that. Dylan Raiola is now an Oregon Duck. I almost called him Mahomes.
Good luck for him. I mean, your dad's not gonna have as much as leeway as he did here. I knew that a week ago. And I'm pretty sure it was going to probably come out, once and when the Ducks, if they lost, unless. But, with that being said, I don't think that quarterback, I don't think he's coming back. And you only go there for that. Raiola's not a person to go somewhere and stay on the bench.
Yeah, well, said if Dante Moore comes back, Dylan Raiola would be okay sitting. I don't know how true that is. Like, that's just a rumor I'm hearing. I don't think anyone actually officially reported that. I'm assuming Dante Moore's gone to the NFL.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
Like, there's no way.
All right.
Also, for Dante Moore, great year to go to the NFL draft. There's not a lot of great elite quarterbacks.
I go back and forth. When you get in the first round grade, go absolutely for sure. Which he is, I think he's definitely probably top 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah, you're looking.
He's raw. He has an upside. He's a little bit different than some of the other quarterbacks that are coming out. But like I said, if you're getting a first round grade, go. That is what it is. I understand. You may be coming back. Oh, well, they're giving you $5 million or whatever. trust me, as a friend, dude, if you're the third or fourth quarterback taken, your contract still in the first round. If you go top 15, your signing bonus is still going to be probably 18 mil. So it don't even matter. It's just, if you go, I'm not saying, because the Jets, I do think they have the right, coach there and everything like that. They might just need some changes on the offensive side to get some things going. But they have a lot of draft capital, so we'll see if it is them. But even if he makes it past, the second or third pick and everything like that, there are still some other teams that need quarterback that can come up and get you.
Well said. And we're already up to the clock once again here. So we'll finish up with a little bit more football on the other side of things, talk some more Husker football and just some other news in college football. We only got about 5 minutes, though, on the last segment. So don't go anywhere. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. We will talk to you guys in a little bit.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating
and Electrical.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, take the worm, put it on the hook. Now bring your pole back and throw it forward. And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad!
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins'. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com, powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, finishing things up here. Last segment, Don't Punt Hour, DeMornay Pierson-El, Harrison Arns, and of course all the Ticket listeners, because we are back live on the Brick and Mortar. Shout out to everyone who was enjoying the game on 93.7 The Ticket. I wish it was a better game for your ears to enjoy, but it was an absolute blowout. The Steelers season comes to an end, and the Texans will be moving on to go ahead and face the New England Patriots. All right, DeMornay Pierson-El. Last segment. Daniel Kalen coming back. Like, how do you just see that quarterback room? You got TJ Lateef, Daniel Kalen, and then, oh my goodness,
UNLV.
Andrea. Thank you. Say less.
I wish the best.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. I mean,
I think that's a fair statement, and I hate such a cop out, but I know people listening and they want to know.
I just have a question, like, I know Danny personally. I'm not bad mouthing him. I'm not or anything like that. But was he a dual threat coming out of college? I mean, coming out of high school? No.
Somewhat. I wouldn't call him a true dual threat, but
no. Can he run? Yes. So
he can scamper is what I like to say for those quarterbacks.
So I don't. I like I said, we'll see, because I mean, he's closely related to the same skill set as TJ. So I mean, he's an older quarterback. They probably have the same amount of game time play and everything like that. So I guess the more veteran leadership that you have, in there, we'll see. But I mean, things are going to be interesting. So the guy that you just brought in for UNLV, that was probably, I mean, are they all battling it out? You had to say something to one of them, as you're going to be the guy coming in. Or
that's the tough part. If you're going to bring a guy in there and we're going to pay money to a guy, or paying money for him to sit on the bench.
I don't think none of them are getting top money. I mean, collectively, they're probably all getting.
I think Cole Andrea is getting a little bit more than everybody else.
Probably. So I mean,
and that's all I could say without putting any certainty on it. But
so I mean, he's your clear favorite.
Yes.
So it's probably his job to lose.
Yeah,
So
perfect. That's how I would describe it. But I don't know like how many mistakes he has before he loses it because again, I think you are right. Like I don't think it's a huge difference for what they're paying. So
I'm more so mad at the fact that of the addition, not at Nebraska, but I mean the place jibbed you once. Who's to say they won't do it again? You know what I mean? So, I like I said, I hope it's a better situation than the first go around, and I just kind of leave it at that. Like I'm not mad. I don't think any less of Danny or anything like that. But I mean, they showed you who they are once.
Yeah, paycheck helps.
He was getting paid. He was getting paid beforehand.
Maybe he got a bigger paycheck.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know the full numbers behind it, but
So I mean, I'm assuming that you're done. That's your quarterback room. I know that they added, I think, a D lineman, a long snapper, and some other things. So they're hitting on some spots. So still continue to add. I know they added the offensive lineman from South Carolina. So I mean, it has been good to go in the SEC and bring in a lineman. We brought the guy from Bama last year. So battle tested guy. I think they still need to, add some stuff, and I'm pretty sure they will.
Mm-hmm.
So, has it moved the needle? Maybe a little bit, but
I'm gonna be flat out and just say no. You can bring in 2 5-stars. It's not gonna move the needle until we start winning. And I don't know what the offense is gonna look like. I don't know what the defense is gonna look like. I don't know special teams. I hope Eckler's still there, but
he's not going anywhere.
I've been seeing a lot of people putting rumors out there. I don't think he's going to go anywhere, but you get what I mean. I'm not saying they're going to stink. It's not worth it. I hope they're awesome. I hope they kick off the season really well. I'm just kind of at a point where I need to see it before I start selling all the ticket listeners on how great these incoming portal guys are. And then we turn around next season. And if it's not good,
it needs to be enough. It needs to be enough to move the needle and to turn the page. And we won't really know that until Game 6 of next year.
Yeah.
Or after Game 6. We've looked fine. We looked good, early in the season and everything like that. It's the end of the season that needs to necessarily change. And I don't know if that's just, lightening up on pads at later in the season to where, the legs aren't gone. I mean, because that's something they were doing heavy. I mean, it's a reason why the NFL, after week 10, there's no more pads. So,
because I know we're running out of time. Like Kurt Signetti talks about this, and he's very adamant. It's an hour 45 or less. Like he doesn't push his guys hard. Like I shouldn't say that. He pushes.
Listen. When Pelini was there, we were in and out of practice. Like we had a few practices that might have went, an hour 45, but we were in and we were out. And yes, you get your work in. Maybe half the practice or, the first, 30 minutes of practice or something like that, you have shells on and everything like that. But when you're on the collegiate level, if you don't know how to tackle at this level, then I don't know when you're going to learn. Yes, we have thud and everything like that or whatnot, but there's other way to get your work in outside of putting full pads on. Like you're led like that after a while that drains you to late. And I'm not saying that's the reason why they look like that late in the season, but I mean, as much physicality and of what they were doing or whatnot, I guarantee you there were more days probably, and I'm just assuming,
right,
of them having pads on more so than pads off, and potentially probably long practices or longer than an hour and 45-minute practices. Now, mind you, you can also have walkthroughs. There's other ways to get stuff done and situated, and not to say that they weren't doing that because I'm not. So, but there's other ways to get your work in necessarily than having a full blown on 100 miles per hour practice.
It definitely, I mean, it's the most dominant team in the country right now. Has looked like it, and I mean, it's something to take note of at the very least. Quickly, does Miami have a chance versus Indiana?
I think in the first half.
That's gonna wrap it up for us.
I mean, I do. It's just. I think their defense is probably either as athletic or a little bit more athletic, but I don't think Mendoza necessarily will put the ball in harm's way. Indiana's tackles have seen.
I got to cut you off. Sorry, I got to talk over you because we're
straight
right here. Tomorrow, I do want to talk more about this, though. College football championship talk, all that tomorrow. Don't punt the hour. You'll hear the rest of the morning Pierson-El's thoughts along with mine. Don't go anywhere. Myself, Nick Wyman, closing things out till midnight.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.